Here at the shop, we do a lot of gear and axle work. Today, we're gonna show you what's inside these axles and how to make them stronger. Big tires are a popular upgrade for all four-wheel drive owners, especially when you like exploring off-road with your Jeep, truck, or four-wheel drive. In this video, we're gonna talk a little bit about why changing gear ratio is important when changing your tire size. As you can see in the shop today, we've got two Jeeps, both with big tires. This Jeep behind me has 35s on it. That Jeep over there has 37s on it. As you can tell, we've got the front axle on this Jeep already gutted because this Jeep is getting a whole host of upgrades, and we wanted to take a few minutes to show you what and why. So, whenever you increase tire size, it's really important to change the gear ratio to match the tire size. Online, there are a whole bunch of really nice charts for finding that ideal gear ratio, and that's what I use oftentimes. Typically, in the Jeep Wrangler world, when we do a 35-inch tire, we'll match it with a 456 gear. When doing a 37-inch tall tire, we'll match it with a 488 gear. And so you can see on these charts why it's really, really important to have the right tire size with the right gear ratio. And we're gonna include a link in our description to a really good gear ratio chart for a JK, just for an example. Typically though, if you increase your tire size by, let's say, 10%, you should change your gear ratio by 10% as well. We're over here at the workbench and we've got all the guts from the front axle that Herm already started disassembling. Right here we have the the ring and pinion gears from a Dana 30. This is the old 321 ratio ring and pinion, and this is the new 456 ring and pinion. At first glance, there may not look to be a whole lot different, but the biggest difference on these gears is actually in the size. Check this out. Look how much smaller the 456 ring and pinion, or the 456 pinion gear is. It's pretty amazing to see that. When we're talking about ring and pinions and ratio, most people don't understand that the 4.11 or 3.21 or 5.13, what do those numbers mean? Well, it's actually how many times the drive shaft spins in compared to a wheel and tire. So let's just say, for example, 4.11. So that's 4.11 to 1. So 4.11 rotations of the drive shaft to 1 rotation of the tire. This Jeep's getting a lot of other cool upgrades because it just makes sense to do it at the same time. There's a lot of labor associated with installing an air locker or a locking differential of any type. This Jeep is going to be getting an air locker from ARB, as well as some big beefy 35 spline axle shafts. And once we get the front axle all done and buttoned up, we'll show you that rear locker and heavy duty axle shafts once we get the rear diff all apart. So we got the gears and differential set up in the front axle and everything turned out wonderful. Herm did a great job. And I want to show you a little bit about what's going on in the back because this is where a lot is happening. As you can see, we've got the ARB locker installed along with the new 456 gears. You can see the paint on the ring gear, and that's how we check the pattern to see exactly where the pinion gear is striking the ring gear. If you'll take notice to this little copper line, this is actually what sends air pressure or compressed air into this locker so that both wheels spin at the same speed. That's the best part about having a locker, is that both left wheel and right wheel are gonna spin together. No more getting stuck. That is good. So while we did this ARB, we also took the opportunity to upgrade the axle shaft. Normally, these things come with a 30 spline axle. And while installing the ARB, we could go to a 35 spline. So check this out. Here's the factory stock 30 spline axle. Here's the 35 spline. So what that means is there's actually 35 splines going around this making it a much bigger, thicker, stronger axle shaft, one that's less likely to break when you're off-road, stuck, that kind of thing. So we'll be buttoning this up soon. We're gonna show the next part of this is gonna be installing the air compressor, which is gonna feed this air locker, along with a little electrical management system. It's gonna be sweet. So we just got the diffs all back together, the tires are on, and the lug nuts are torqued to spec. While we've got the hood open, I wanted to show you around a little bit what we added to make that rear locker work. Right here, this is the Rough Country MLC. This thing is really neat for any electrical accessory that you want to add to your vehicle. As you can tell, it has a really easy hookup and contains all the fuses, relays, and then inside switches. Under here, you'll see that we've got the ARB compressor along with a chuck so you can fill your tires up. This is mounted to a metal cloak bracket that tags off of 2 bolts on the brake booster. So that works out really well. This guy's gonna have a ton of fun with this Jeep, and he's gonna like the locker, the gears, everything that were installed. He just arrived and I'm excited to show it to him. So thanks for watching. Be sure to join us on the next video. Remember to like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.